In this video, we're going to do a brief overview of the program Microsoft Excel. This program is the focus point of this class because Excel is the top used business application across virtually any industry. To install Excel on your computer, follow the steps located in the class syllabus. It's important to note that you cannot use the online version of Excel for this class. You need the full version that works on your regular computer, whether that's a desktop or a laptop, a PC or a Mac. It has to be the full version of Excel. To open Excel, you'll go to your Start menu on a PC, or you can press the Windows key on your keyboard and you just type in Excel. It'll open up here, and when you click it, it will open up a new version of Excel. When you do that, you start off with this list of options of a blank workbook, new workbook here on the side. You can also open workbooks that you've recently used down here below. We'll start off with a blank workbook. In Excel, there are a number of things to point out when it comes to navigation. Across the top here, you'll see what's called the ribbon, and it has a number of different tabs that allow you to do different things within Excel. On the sheet itself, you'll notice that there is at the top here this formula bar, which allows you to type in information, or if you select a cell that has information, you can see what it contains. Here is this name box, which allows you to see the reference that you're pointing at. For example, right now we're in cell J7. Going across, you can see the rows. And up and down, these are called columns. To save an Excel workbook, you can go to File and choose the Save option. Since I already have this workbook saved, I'll go to File and choose Save As to show you how you might do that. Up here at the top, you will give it a name, and then the type of workbook in almost every case will be an Excel workbook, and this is the default option. You can then choose where you'd like to save it, what path you want to save it in, and then that way it's available to you whenever you need it. In this class, you often need to save the workbook with your last name in it, and so please make sure that you do that here in the Save As options. Coming back to the actual worksheet, you can see here that there are a number of things happening. This workbook that we have open, which contains multiple sheets here at the bottom, is kind of the top level of the hierarchy. Within the workbook are multiple worksheets, and in this case we've looked at 2 so far. Within a worksheet, there are cells, which is what this is right here, one of these blocks within the grid. In addition to having cells, workbooks can also have objects which are floating over top of the cells like these shapes are here. The same would be true if I go to choose to insert a chart. That chart floats on top of the cells. This value here is inside of the cell. Within Excel, there are a number of different data types. We'll review those now. The first is text. If I just type in a word into a cell, that is recognized as text, and you'll see that Excel defaults it to align the text to the left. Next is numbers, and these are defaulted to align to the right. A special type of number is a date or a time. Excel shows this date as January 1st of 2000, but if I type in that same date here and then change the number format up here to a general format, you'll see it represents it as this serial number. So Excel represents dates as serial numbers. If I type in date 1 and change that format here to a date, you'll see it's January 1st of 1900. This is the beginning of dates in Excel. Times are similar in that they also use a serial number format. So if I were to do, let's say 1.8 and change that to a time, you'll see it's 7:12 p.m. on January 1st of 1900. This is important to know not because you should memorize serial numbers of dates, but because how you interact with dates can change based on the fact that you can just add them together. If I type in this plus 50, it's going to go 50 days into the future and give me that date as a result. The next type of data is a function, and you'll see here I have number 1, 2, and 3 typed into these cells. And beneath it here, I've used the sum function, which is just adding these numbers together. It's summing them. And so that function starts with an equals sign, which tells Excel that everything after it should be recognized as a function. The sum function is a built-in function of Excel that takes whatever range, whatever numbers you insert here between the parentheses, and it adds them together. The beauty of functions is that if I change one of these numbers, the result automatically changes. Finally, if I have text and numbers in a cell together, you'll notice Excel recognizes that as text. So if you want a number to be recognized just as a number, you need to make sure that it's entered by itself and that the text label is placed next to it or above it. Learning how to use Excel is a valuable skill in your personal life and in your professional life. Excel is the top used analytics tool in the industry. And the reason for that is it's more than just graph paper. The program is there to help us solve business problems. It's also available for data management, meaning that I can type in and save different types of data here just by typing in the heading here. For example, I could use a customer ID in this column, and then I could choose the item that they bought, the quantity, and the sales. And then I could keep a database of customer sales information. From that, I could then perform analysis to see what items are the most popular, where do the most of my sales dollars come from, etc. Learning how to use Excel will lead you to opportunities for promotion and employment. It can give you opportunities to lead as you're able to solve challenging problems using spreadsheets. Throughout the course, we will have plenty of practice videos for you to review the subject matter. Using that time to practice and rework problems until you figure out how to do them comfortably is one of the best ways that you can learn how to use Excel. We also have projects each week that allow you to test your skills to see how well you can do on an assignment where not all of the answers are included in the context of the course, and that's intentional. In addition to learning how to use Excel, this class also teaches you how to use search engines like Google or DuckDuckGo to find answers to technical questions. So there's another video that will go through how to do that. As we start the course, I want you to know that the valuable skills that you'll learn over the course of this semester are there for your taking. It will take practice, it will take effort, but as you learn Excel, you will see benefits throughout your life. In addition to your instructor, there are tutors and group chats available to help you learn the subject matter. Please ask questions if you get stuck. This is going to be a great semester, and I'm looking forward to learning together.